Well, hey y'all, tonight I'm going to do a shrimp cocktail. I've not made this in a while because I'm not a big lover of seafood, but I figure it's a great time to do it. Currently at my house right now, it is Saturday night, and it's something that's easily ready for tomorrow for lunch. So let's get into it. It's a perfect dish for summertime, especially with it being hot. And shrimp cocktail, I have no idea how it's made anywhere else in the world other than where my former in-laws are from, and it's cold, so let's get into this. As is quite obvious, I have some cooked deveined shrimp. These are the medium size, and I already took the tails off, which of course, that if you don't know already, you just squeeze at the end where that little plasticky kind of area is at, and it kind of slips right off. You just kind of pinch it and it comes right off, and that's ready to go. We're going to start adding everything else. First things first, I'm going to dice up this red onion. In general, what I've learned, that at least with Mexican cooking, I have no idea anything else, that if you're using onion, red onion. Alrighty, and I will be back once this is all diced up because it's not rocket science. Not sure if y'all can see this. I'm going to show you. It's a decent amount of red onion. You don't want it to be overpowering, obviously, so you want it to have enough that it will be present and kind of help with the flavor of that seafood, so it's not so fishy, I guess is the word. But at the same time, you want it to be, like I just said, not overpowering. And we're going to do some lime juice next. As I'm moving it around, I want to be able to see at least a little bit over here. And since I'm having a hard time seeing any juice down here at the bottom, I'm going to add a little bit more. This is quite a bit more what I'm looking for. Let me see if I can turn this enough. You can see that there's a decent amount of that lime juice right there. And that's good. You always want, if at all possible, just like I said in the pico de gallo video, if you can add that lime juice to that onion, that's always let it marinate, because those two marinate beautifully. Next, let's do some salt. Now, of course, with other things that are going to be in here, I don't want to oversalt it, so I'm going to be very wary on how much that I put in there. I can always add more. You can't take it out. Alright. You don't want these pieces to be teeny, but you don't want them to be huge either, because as I will let y'all know at the end of the video as well, this is going to be eaten on crackers, or with crackers, probably better put. So you don't want it to be, I don't know why my knife is so dull at the moment, but anyways, they're going to be eaten with crackers, so you want something that's going to be decent size, if you could call it that, of tomato to go with it. And I'll be back once this is cut. We're almost to the end. You can see that I've got a decent amount of tomato in there. It's an even amount. I won't say that it's as much as the shrimp. You want there to be more shrimp because it's shrimp cocktail. But yes. Then we're getting close to the end of everything that we need to cut. We're going to do the cilantro. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm going to see what it looks like before I start adding any more. That actually looks like a really good amount. Right there. Then for the last bit of the cutting, if you don't like avocado, don't add it. But avocado is what makes shrimp cocktail endurable to me, so we're going to add avocado. Beautiful, look at that. Now, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can cut it up. You can either do like this, which is a very typical way of doing it. You don't have to. We would take that out, put that right in there. It comes right out beautifully because it's beautifully ripe. It's perfect. Or you could do it like this. This is obviously based on personal preference. And just kind of scoop it out little by little. That's up to you. The wonderful thing about adding the avocado, even though this is tonight and I'm not going to be eating this until tomorrow around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the beautiful thing is the fact that you've got that lime juice in there and you have red onion, and both of those are really good to make sure that that avocado does not start turning brown. So now we are done with all the cutting, and the only thing that we're going to add right now is going to be V8 juice. It's now vegetable juice. It used to be tomato juice. V8. That actually looks pretty good. I have to admit a boo-boo I committed last night. It has been quite a while since I've made this, probably several years now. Probably about 4 or 5 years now. But at the same time, I had forgotten last night that it does need to have peeled, finely chopped cucumber. So I'm going to add that before it gets served, obviously. Also, the other thing I was going to mention is that you don't want a whole lot of seeds, so I'm going to be cutting that out where there is seeds right there. Okay, now I've gotten the seeds out of there, and I'm going to put it into very small pieces, and I will just show you how small in a moment, and then that way you can see what I'm talking about, and then I will finish this up. As you can see, unfortunately it is varied sizes, but at the same time, this is probably about the biggest, and I'm actually going to cut that about in half, or less than half, but anyways. Otherwise, it's small, finely diced cucumber. I'm going to add some, and then I will show you about how much that it is once I get this done, and then I'll be ready for it to be served. Here we are with the cucumber. I'm going to mix it in there, and I think that looks beautiful, if I might say so myself. Okay, and since it is just about time to eat, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my bowl so that y'all can see how that this is done. I'm going to add the ketchup. Of course, stir it up. I want to make sure that it looks like it's enough. Because while you're already going to have some of that red because you've got that V8 juice in there, at the same time, you want to have it to be a thicker red. I don't know if you can see the difference in the colors. I'm going to see if I can be out the way of the light so that y'all can see. This is obviously more red because of the ketchup. This is just the red from the tomato. And you will see, especially in person, that it looks a little bit runnier. It will look thicker when you have the ketchup in there. And that looks pretty good like that. And then I'm going to add this buffalo, or as the Mexicans will say, bufalo. Alright, there we go. It just adds like a different level of flavor. Get that mixed up. And then if you don't want anything spicy in here, it is ready to go. However, I am going to add a few drops of this habanero sauce because I want to try it. But I don't want to do too much because it may be an entire bowl, but I want to be a little bit gentle on my gastrointestinal system. Before I forget, the last thing that I'm going to mention, for one, a lot of people add oil, maybe about a tablespoon per bowl or person, to their food, cooking oil, whether it be vegetable, olive, whatever. It doesn't matter. Some people do like it. Lots of Mexicans don't, especially in the area where my former in-laws are at, but I've heard that it's definitely common in other areas, so absolutely do you. Also, this is eaten with crackers. I already mentioned that during the video, but it's just accompanied with crackers. Each bite is accompanied with crackers. So I think that's everything for right now. Y'all have a wonderful day. I hope that my videos are educational, that they're helpful, so that you can be able to say I love you without ever having to open your mouth. And if you like the videos, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the bell notification so that you'll know every time that I'm uploading a new video. And otherwise, have a delicious day.